Alright guys, we are back after post-treatment center room. And we have an ambidex gate opening right after we left that room, so typical, probably Dio. But yeah, this time we put Quirk in one of the pods, which means this is going to be one of those ones where we're against Quirk. And he's going to guaranteed ally, and they wanted to keep me out of the room, but I feel like that's not going to end up happening. I mean, that'd be interesting to me if they do keep me out of the room, you know? Especially because Clover had showed ambition to leave before, which means that it's possible she could betray, and if I was left out of the room, then that would just poor Tenmyoji, the one person he said he trusts, he wouldn't feel the trust anymore. But anyway, I think first they're gonna, like, put me in the room, though, because that would just nullify the whole, like, AB game section of this branch. But maybe not. I don't know. Let's find out.
45 minutes remain until...
What the hell?
Somebody else must have opened one of the AB rooms.
Why would they do that? Whatever. We should be heading back anyway. I headed for the door.
Wait!
Clover's voice stopped me. What is it? I turned to see her pointing toward the wall with the treatment pods.
The screen, it changed.
Uh-oh. What?
The screen on the pod's monitor thingy.
Oh boy. I like how the laser's still on. Oh yeah. It says recent operational records. I stepped closer and began to read. Are we gonna find out that, like, they've been used before? What it said was interesting. Currently treating one subject. That one subject had to mean Quirk. This was the pod we put him into, after all. I read on. 748, one subject released. 806, one subject successfully restored. 816, cold sleep mode disengaged. Beginning restoration of one subject. All prior records have been erased. Authorization admin. Huh. I checked the other pods. They were all the same. 748, one subject released. 806, one subject successfully restored. 816, cold sleep mode disengaged. Huh. Beginning restoration of one subject. So all three pods had someone in them that were in cold sleep mode? Interesting. So is it possible... So we know that Tenmyoji and Quirk lived in, like, post-apocalyptic world, so maybe they weren't put to sleep. Maybe only 3 people were put to sleep? Okay, so there's 9 people total, right? Two of which we know had, like, possibly post-Radical 6 memories. K lost his memories, so that's 3 people. Dio seems like he knows, like, seems like he infiltrated this place. So I guess that could be 4 people, which leaves 5. Right? Which would be... I'm trying to think... Like, is it possible that... No, because I was gonna say maybe maybe if I were to try to process of elimination this, it would be, Phi, me, and Luna, like, Phi, Sigma, and Luna, because of, the fact that Alice and Clover are friends and from, like, the same organization. Maybe they weren't put to sleep. But if this is a lot of years in the future, I guess we still don't know how far we were in cold sleep mode for, or whatever, because, like, if it was a ton of years, then I'd say Clover would be a lot older than what she is from the last Nonary game being a year prior, you know? So if she wasn't one of the ones in cold sleep, then it wouldn't make sense, because she hasn't really aged much, you know? But for all we know, they could have just been in cold sleep for a couple of years or something, you know? So without that info, it makes it hard, but you can almost kind of narrow it down to something like that with, like, Sigma, Luna, and Phi, you know? I guess it could also be... I don't know. I was gonna say it could just be, like, Sigma, Alice, and Clover, and then Phi and Luna, but I'm pretty sure that Luna didn't know anything... I'm pretty sure Luna and Phi didn't know anything about, Radical 6 either, which leads me to believe they should be in that. I mean, also, characters could be lying, too, about not knowing stuff, you know? So, I don't know. Interesting trying to piece that together. Or there's more pods somewhere else. So same thing, all prior records erased by admin. Whoa, what is all this?
I think it's saying that about 8 hours ago, somebody in this pod woke up from cold sleep.
8 hours ago. Okay, I didn't know what the current time was. So 8 hours ago someone woke up? When did the Nonary game start, I guess? Did it start more than 8 hours ago? I don't know.
Well, 3 people, actually. 1 for each pod.
Right.
They all say the same thing, see?
That's before we all woke up, huh? Okay, so that was prior to the okay. I mean, it hasn't been 8 hours yet.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Now we clear that up. I figured they might mention it. So the 3 people, so the 3 pod people could be the 3 of us. They could have been captured earlier, don't know how much earlier. Then they were thawed out 8 hours ago and carried into the AB rooms.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
Yep.
I really don't think there'd be anyone else in here besides the 9 of us. Well, I guess it's actually the 10 of us, huh?
The old lady, yeah, true. I thought of her when I was going through the list of people, and then just kinda dismissed it. But, yeah, she does throw a wrench in. It could be, technically with her, it could be 6 people, because, I don't know that Zero planned for her to die, because, we know that Dio killed her and infiltrated and took her spot, right? So she could have been one of the ones that were, like, cryo-frozen, although it almost seemed like Tenmyoji maybe knew her, so maybe with that idea, you could maybe, count her out, because if Tenmyoji knows her, then it might stand to reason that she wasn't cryo-frozen for, like, a long time. But we still don't know, like, the length of time of the cryo-freeze. Like, we don't know if they were frozen for 15 years, or 100 years, or, like, a month, you know? I don't know, but anyway. Yeah, if you count the old woman we found, then it would be 10, wouldn't it? So who were the 3 pod people?
Don't ask me. How am I supposed to know that? All it says is subject. A, that's creepy. B, it doesn't tell us anything about who they might have been.
It doesn't say when they were put into cold sleep either, yeah.
And this bit, where it says, all prior records have been erased. Authorization admin. That seems pretty suspicious to me.
Right. I wonder why they wouldn't just write the time, though.
What?
Huh? Well, you said it yourself. The log says 8 hours ago, not like 9:15 a.m. Those minus signs have to mean this far in the past. Oh. Is that what it means? Who would ever write a time like that?
Yeah, that is weird.
I guess I thought maybe they were just dashes, but it's true they are minus signs. So those are hours. That's where she got the 8 hours from. Frickin' laser again. Maybe Zero Senior doesn't want us to know what the actual time is?
Why not?
Hell if I know. Speaking of things I don't know, why did this stuff suddenly show up? It seems like whatever it was that triggered this activated as soon as we opened the door to leave.
Wouldn't that mean Zero Senior set it up to work that way?
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, but why? That's why I'm asking. What reason would he have to do that?
Maybe he wanted us to see the records.
Perhaps, but he deleted a bunch of the data. Why?
Could it all be a trick?
A trick?
All of these records are fake. Zero Senior just set it up to mess with us.
I doubt that, but it's possible. So you're saying this was just a joke?
Well, I can't say for sure, but it seems possible, right?
No, it doesn't make sense.
Well, let's ask somebody else.
Okay, I'm making sure I read that right. Because, it's just that, well, I can't say for sure, but it seems possible, right? And he says, no, it doesn't make sense. And then I thought there was going to be more to that conversation, and then it was just like, well, let's ask someone else.
Maybe they can think of something.
Alright. Yeah, you're right. If the AB gates have opened, we need to be heading back to the warehouse anyway.
Yeah, and we need to tell everyone what happened with Quark.
We double-checked that Quark was alright in his pod, then hurried out of the treatment center. Alright. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, good time to take a sip of water, actually. At the white doors again. There we go. I meant to chug the rest of that water before starting. Is this another warehouse?
It looks just like the other one.
Yes, sir.
Hey, could you show me that map? Yeah, I thought so. This one is right under the floor A warehouse.
Huh, so it is.
Oh, are those?
Those doors are white?
And there are 3 of them.
Okay, let's go take a closer look. And he's gonna try to open them, and it's not gonna open, of course.
I
or
knew
something.
it. These are chromatic doors. See? They've got a little box right next to them, just like the others.
Uh-huh. So these are the 3rd round chromatic doors, huh? I guess we'll be coming back here pretty soon.
Yeah. Well, we might not have to.
What do you mean?
We both have 6 BP right now.
Oh. Yeah, that's true. So?
We're a pair, right?
Yeah.
And who's our opponent?
Quark.
Exactly. But he's in the pod right now, so...
I talked about this.
If no vote is recorded,
Yeah, I know that. You aren't saying we should pick Betray, are you?
Weren't you planning to? I thought that was why you were okay with option C when we were making the groups.
No, that's not... I just thought that with Quark's condition, I'd be able to choose Ally and not worry about getting betrayed.
Oh, come on. You don't need to lie to me. We're partners. That means we share the same destiny. So let's not hide anything from each other, okay?
I'm not hiding anything.
Wait, you're serious? You were really going to pick Ally?
I like how Tenmyoji doesn't trust us, understandably so, because we betrayed him to get here. And we are the ones that want to hit Ally against Quirk, but then Clover is the one that Tenmyoji trusts, and she's clearly saying here that it seems like she wants to hit Betray. So, interesting.
Whoa, hold on a second there. We might not get another chance like this. Let's say we ally and get up to 8 points. We don't know if we'll be able to get any points next round. For all we know, there might not even be a next round. There are 3 other people with 6 BP, right?
Yeah, unfortunately this is a lot of people's logic here because they don't know that once we do the white doors, we can just do the AB game over and over, but even in the ending where we could do the AB game over and over, people still just left on their own accord, so, yeah.
Dio, K, and Phi. What do you think's going to happen if one of them gets 9 points this round?
That's not gonna happen.
Why not?
Phi and Luna are playing against Tenmyoji. He's only got 1 BP left, though. I don't really think they'd pick Betray. If Tenmyoji picked Ally, they'd kill him. The same goes for Dio. He's playing against Alice and Kay, and Alice's BP.
No! Don't even think about that!
I agree. But her BP is the same as Tenmyoji's, so unless Dio's willing to kill someone, he won't be able to get his BP to 9.
Then Alice has to vote Betray.
Yeah, I mean, Dio clearly would be fine with killing someone, so he's gonna Betray. Yeah, that is generally the best defensive choice.
But if Dio chooses Ally, then Kay would have 9 BP.
Yeah, but Dio isn't gonna hit Ally.
Jeez. Well, it's just like I said then. If Kay gets 9 BP, then there won't be a 3rd AB game.
Well, that's not necessarily the case.
So it's over when someone gets 9 BP.
Nope. As long as that person doesn't open the number 9
Right.
door.
I
So
remember
you
that.
think that Kay will stay here? Even if he gets enough points to leave?
Huh, Sigma may believe that, but I don't. We have proof. I don't know, but it's possible.
No, it's not.
Well, Kay has been like a hit or miss, right? I confidently said that Kay wouldn't, but he's come up with excuses that I guess in the grand scheme you could say are somewhat reasonable. Of either not wanting to be murdered himself because people were already killed, or wanting to save Quirk because there's no other way to save him. But if there was no one dead but the old lady, and Quirk was healed with the Accelavir, we saw him ally one time after that because there wasn't like an actual like reason. So maybe he would if there wasn't any danger and no one was at risk and he didn't have that like excuse. I don't know. I have a bad taste in my mouth with Kay because of some of the things he's done, but it's possible he could stay. I can't say that it's impossible, but yeah. Well, we can think about how we're going to vote later. For now, we need to get back to the others. There's a couple things I've got to do when we get back.
Fine.
Okay, back to floor A then. Let's move. I turned and headed back for the exit. After a few moments, I heard Clover's footsteps following behind me. Alright. Back to warehouse A. Doop 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 doop. A little bit of elevator music. Okay. The travel times are sometimes ridiculous, and just sitting here watching. But 'tis
Clover.
fine.
Oh, thank goodness you're back.
Yep.
Are we the last ones?
Yes.
Of course we are. We're always the last ones. It's because I suck at puzzles. I'm pretty sure I'd be the last one no matter how fast I solved them.
Hey, where's Quark?
Oh, Tenmyoji mad. Tenmyoji's expression was furious, and from the way he was stomping toward me, I felt like I only had a few seconds before I was on the ground with his hands on my neck, around my neck. I explained what had happened with Quirk and the pods as quickly as I could.
So are these pod things really safe?
Probably.
Probably?
Probably. No, they're definitely safe. He's fine.
Well, are they safe or aren't they? Look, I'm just worried about him, alright? Can you take me to this treatment center, Clover?
Don't
worry. We've still got 20 minutes left. Plenty of time to go have a look and come back.
Okay. Come on then.
Alright. As soon as she finished, she was off. Tenmyoji followed at her heels, and in the blink of an eye, they were gone. Out of the magenta door. Out the magenta door. Bye-bye. Okay. Alright, you guys got some splaining to do.
I beg your pardon?
You opened the AB gates before Clover and I got back, didn't you? I want to know, it was the far one again, wasn't it? It was Dio. I want to know why the hell you'd go and do something like that.
Sigma, take a look.
Yeah. Yep. As she spoke, Phi gestured toward the line of AB rooms. Only one was open.
It's not like we opened them all up.
So you're saying only one person or one pair jumped the gun here?
Yes.
Well then, who was it?
I opened it.
Yep. So it was you. Figured as much.
Not really a big deal, okay? I mean, you came right back.
Yes, Dio. Yes, it is a big deal.
Why? If you hadn't made it back by the deadline, you'd have just defaulted to ally.
Yeah, but Quirk wouldn't have made it either, which means both teams would have not made it, and that means, as far as the note we got, everybody got punished. Everybody gets punished, and we're about to share that info, aren't we? I think. No, not just. Are you telling me you didn't know? Didn't you find one of these notes? Yeah, no, this wasn't in the other rooms. We found this in the treatment center.
There was no such thing in the pressure exchange chamber.
I didn't see one in the pantry either.
Huh. Well, whatever. You should really probably read it, though.
Here are some more AB game rules for you. Not voting is not a option. If both parties refuse to vote, then every bunny gets penalized.
Yep.
In other words, one person out of every color group of 3 has to vote.
You get it now? If we hadn't gotten back in time, Clover, Quark, and I could have died. Oh, wait, so it is only that group that gets penalized? Okay. The part that says if both parties refuse to vote, then everybody gets penalized. I felt like it could have been interpreted as literally everybody, like, as in, like, even if me and Clover and Quark didn't vote, that means even Alice and Dio and stuff would have been penalized. But the way he just said that makes it seem like, no, it's just if our group refuses to vote, both me, Clover, and Quark, then it would have just been us that died, not everyone. And you just...
Alright, I get it. Sorry. Cut me some slack though, man. I didn't know.
So you wouldn't have opened the gate if you did?
Of course I wouldn't have. What the hell, bro?
I wonder. Like, that's been his excuse the whole time. There has been one time that he did wait for us, so I wonder, I don't know if we'll be reaching the white doors in this branch. I feel like we're probably not gonna, Well, no, I guess we technically could, maybe. I don't know. My theory was that in each branch there was gonna be one spot that led to a white door. So what I mean is, like, going through this door will lead to a white door. We know that going through this branch that we're on right now leads to a white door, and then I figured this one would lead to a white door, and that's how you do all 3 doors, but I guess it's possible one of these lead there. But anyway, okay. Yeah, so I don't know if we'll be able to test it with him having this knowledge, you know? It's interesting, when we went through the other doors, right? When we went through, like, we went through the green door, right? The red and blue door would have meant another team went through the green door and should have got this piece of paper, yet they never gave it to us. I guess that's the same with, like, the notebook in the laboratory. They, like, we're just, like, not sharing info very well between the groups, I feel like. Unless it's just, like, an intentional thing to keep, like, us as the player in the dark a bit. Okay.
You said the room you went into was a treatment center, right?
Yeah.
If they treat people there, I'd think they'd have shelves of medicine and stuff. Did you find any Excelavir?
No. It's not really that kind of place. So either Fi didn't go in the laboratory room, or she got blackmailed like we did or something. I don't remember who went in the room for the laboratory. It's not really that kind of place. It just had those pods, and that was it. Besides, if we'd found anything to cure Radical 6, we would have put Quark in, or we wouldn't have put Quark in the pod.
I see. Can the pod cure Radical 6?
No, unfortunately.
How do you know that?
Oh, well, it said so on the screen next to the pods. Something about how it can provide relief from the symptoms, but it can't actually cure the disease. That's better than nothing, though. Oh, right. There's one more thing about the pods I should tell you. As quick as I could, I explained what the records had said about the pod's occupants and their cold sleep.
Cold sleep?
Are you suggesting that 3 of us were, until recently, cryogenically frozen?
If you can trust what we read, yeah.
Which of us are the pod people, then?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I guess it is true that, I'm remembering a little bit now, back to the conversation I was having before about who was frozen. We do remember Alice and Clover being taken on, like, I think maybe they said the 22nd or something like that. So, I mean, obviously, they could have lied, but anyway, okay. I just remembered them saying that, so technically, they're, I mean, assuming we take what they said as truth and not a lie, then they would have to be the pod people if we were, like, a lot of years in the future, but then there was another character that said they were taken on the 25th too, which adds up to being more than 3, I think, because Sigma believes the 25th. Someone else I remember saying that they were taken on the 25th as well, and then I remember someone saying the 22nd. And I know one of those is at least Alice and Clover together, which means at least 4 people, I feel like. But anyway, I don't think I'm going to be able to figure it out by sitting here analyzing it with the info I have. I mean, maybe I have enough info, but I can't think of it, so let's keep going. It didn't say who they were or even when they were frozen.
So this cold sleep, that means they basically froze the body solid, right? Not like how a bear or something hibernates where it just slows way down.
Yeah, I think so.
So what would happen to the heart?
What?
Wouldn't it stop when you were put into a cold sleep?
Your heart stops. Your bracelet comes off.
Oh. So if we go into cold sleep, our bracelets would come off?
Then we can just defrost ourselves right away.
You said there were 3 pods, right?
Interesting. Now, if I think back to when Dio and Quirk were in those pods, Quirk's bracelet was off. So does that mean someone did that to him? When we had the choice to initiate cold sleep on him or whatever, did someone say yes and then, like, thaw him after and take his bracelet? So is that the answer to what happened last time? I didn't think about that during that other branch. That was a good connection Fi made there. That's interesting. And we also know that, well, I guess Dio's bracelet was off, but he was dead from lack of oxygen, which means that it could have fell off just because of that. But we know that Quirk's was off and it was taken, right? So, you said there were 3 pods, right?
We'd only need to do it 3 times for the 9 of us.
Uh-huh.
I imagine that will work for you, but perhaps not so much for me.
True. The armor.
Don't worry. I'm sure we'll figure something out. We should go have a look at any rate. We'll be able to come up with a plan once we know more.
Of course.
Okay. Interesting. I guess we're all here now.
What? What do you mean the cold sleep function doesn't work?
I'm sorry.
You don't have anything to apologize
Oh.
for, Luna. Zero Senior must have just locked it down.
But when Clover and I were here, it worked.
Yeah, I remember checking it.
Then that bastard set this up. Oh, that's low.
Interesting. So the question is that wrong then? After you do the room, well, I guess they still could have made the right choice, right? Like, we said no to cryo-sleeping him, but maybe we could have, maybe the other people that did that room actually made that choice before it got locked down and Quirk's bracelet came off, kind of thing. I don't know. Interesting, but I guess now we can't get everyone's bracelet off. It makes sense.
It is not pleasant, but consider this. We have seen how thorough Zero is. Would he really have left such an obvious loophole?
Maybe I shouldn't have said anything. If Zero Jr. heard me, he could have shut it off.
Whatever the case, it is an unfortunate outcome.
That'd be interesting, just because, like, having Zero Jr. be in this AI with, like, control over a lot of aspects of this facility, like, I wonder, obviously it's probably something we're never gonna know, but I wonder how often it happens where Zero Jr.'s listening in and he's just like, shit, I didn't think about that, and has to go and, like, fix it before we make it there on foot, you know? I wonder if that's happened at all, or if Zero really did, like, flawlessly think of everything, you know? Interesting. It's interesting to think about, but that's something we're probably never gonna get the answers to. That's like it's like a behind the scenes of Zero kind of thing we'd need to see.
Unfortunate? Really? You sure? Aren't you just a little bit relieved? After all, we were gonna get our bracelets off while you were stuck with yours.
How could you say that? I would never be so petty as...
Before Kay could finish, the announcer's voice echoed through the facility. Like 5 minutes left or something.
10 minutes remain. All players, if no vote.
Time's running out.
Yep, I remember the rules. Might as well skip it.
We should get back, guys.
I'm staying here. I can't leave Quark.
Are you nuts, old man?
Yeah, he only has 1 BP left, right?
You're a solo. Luna and Phi could kill you.
Yeah, I know. I've only got 1 BP.
Exactly. If you don't vote, you'll default to ally. All they have to do is pick Betray.
Damn, so Tenmyoji's staying again?
We won't. You staying here won't change our vote.
Right. We always intended to choose ally. Tenmyoji staying here is just another reason for us to stick to that plan.
Luna has the same number of BP as you, Tenmyoji. Normally, the safe plan would be to choose Betray. Since you will be unable to betray them, then Phi and Luna can choose to ally without worrying about their own points.
Yes.
Well, there you go. I trust Phi and Luna.
Alright.
I'm sure they'll choose ally.
It'd be some shit if they don't. Sounds good. Okay then, Tenmyoji. You take care of Quirk.
You think I need you to tell me that? I won't take my eyes off him for a minute.
Come on. We don't have much time left. We need to go.
Alright. They didn't bring up the idea of me staying out of the room again, but... Back at the Floor A warehouse, we open the AB rooms.
Four minutes remain until Ambidex game.
Alright, Clover. We should probably head in too.
Okay.
Alright, they just didn't even bring it up again. I guess we kinda like said like, no, I'm going in or something back then, so I guess we didn't have to bring it up again, you know? Alright. I mean... You guys already know.
Sigma,
I've always...
do you remember what I said back in the other warehouse?
I've always been the ally kind of person and hope it works out. So I'll be allying again. So, yeah. I already know that choice. Regardless of what Clover says here to try to convince me to betray. Yeah. You told me we should betray Quirk since we might not get another chance like this. Right?
Yeah. Can I, take that back?
Oh wow, she actually wants to take it back. Huh?
I changed my mind a little bit after talking to Tenmyoji. I think we should choose ally.
Hey, that's more than just a little bit. That's like someone trading in a Shih Tzu for a Shih Tzu. Okay, I see. I didn't realize it was a dog. I have never seen how you spell Shih Tzu for a German Shepherd. When I saw German Shepherd, I realized, like, okay, we're talking about dogs, and that's when I realized it's a Shih Tzu. Okay, interesting. I had no idea that's how you spelled it. Alright. What the hell happened with you two? Did he say something to you?
I can't tell you.
What? Oh, did he mention Akane? Did he mention Akane, maybe, and now she doesn't want to ditch him or something?
I just can't. You'd laugh if I did anyway.
I won't laugh.
Really?
Promise.
Well, I still can't tell you.
Hey, come on.
I promised. I told Tenmyoji I wouldn't tell anybody.
Alright, fine. I won't ask about it again. But Tenmyoji doesn't really have anything to do with this, right? Our opponent is Quirk.
No, he does matter. Quark is really important to Tenmyoji. If we betray Quark, we're betraying Tenmyoji.
Yeah.
Come on, don't you remember? When we were going into the red, blue, and green doors, Tenmyoji said something.
I didn't say there wasn't anyone I trusted. There's one person.
Right.
Clover.
And then Clover just immediately wanted to betray him. Or betray Quirk, but whatever, going to the treatment center, I guess, alone with Clover, changed that for Clover, whatever.
Just know that you'll keep him safe.
Whatever happened.
I can't betray somebody who'd say that about me.
You were literally, he had already said it, and you were willing to betray. There's something else that he said. Yeah, you seem pretty ready to betray him back on floor B.
That's because I didn't know who he was.
What? Oh, so you're saying you know who Tenmyoji really is?
Well, if what he told me was true, yeah.
What? I want answers, but I know we're not gonna get them here.
1 minute remains until
Please, choose ally.
You aren't going to try and vote yourself?
If I try, you'll just throw me off, right? I don't think I'm strong enough to fight you. So...
Alright. With that, I turned to face the voting machine. The question was, what would I do? Ally or betray? Just as Clover had said, betraying Quirk was like betraying Tenmyoji. That wasn't even taking into consideration that Quirk was just a kid. And he was infected with a deadly disease that would almost certainly kill him if we didn't do something. How could I betray someone like that? Well, you could think of it as he's gonna die anyway, so might as well kill him, put him out of his misery, and get out of here. Although, this isn't even gonna kill him. I don't think Quark doesn't have 1 BP, right? He's still gonna have enough BP even if we betrayed him to live for now. Only a monster would take advantage of a helpless child for their own gain. No, I'm just kidding anyway. On the other hand, what Clover had said in the warehouse on floor B was true. It was unlikely that I'd get a chance like this again. If I chose Betray, then I'd have 9 BP. I would be able to escape this godforsaken hellhole.
10 seconds.
Alright, so what would my choice be? What would I do? Ally or Betray? I chose...
3, 2,
What?
1.
Okay, I guess that's just prepping for that to pop up, okay. Okay, Ally!
Round 2
that's
of the Ambidex
basically
game
my-
has been completed.
Basically, my default is to ally, unless it's against someone that I absolutely know is gonna betray, then sometimes I'll change that. Like, if I'm against Dio, I know he's just gonna betray me, so I'm not just gonna give him free points in hopes that he, like, magically changes his personality, you know? I'm not that stupid, but for the most part, if I can give someone the benefit of the doubt, then I do it.
Results will thank you, Ambidex.
Yep, alright. Let's go. Let's see those results.
What did you choose, Sigma?
You didn't see me push the button?
No?
Huh. Well, you'll know in a moment. Just Sigma's just leaving the hype. Let's go. I gave her a light pat on the shoulder and headed toward the wall where the results would be displayed. Alright.
Results from Please Direct.
Douche, 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 douche. Alright, K Alice, betray, betray, makes sense. Ally, ally, okay, they stuck to it. Ally, and ally, yep. Nothing too surprising here. And no one hit 9 BP, which means that we're actually, unless something happens where, like, we get freaking murdered or something, we're gonna be going through the white doors then, right? No one can leave? So, I guess my theory was wrong about doing the white doors. I wonder how that works, though, like... So far, the game hasn't made it so we had, like, a repeating branch, right? But through the white doors was just a room. There wasn't, like, different pathways, right? There wasn't, like... At least as far as we know, like, through that one door we went into, I think it was the left one, maybe, was the director's office. It wasn't, like, the three-way split, like the second door had a three-way split. Which means that either there's 3 endings that you make it through the white doors, so that way you only do them once, or you do them in repeat, or I'm just completely wrong, and maybe there are, like, 3 different rooms past that, or something. I don't know.
Points have been assigned, or please
don't need
check.
to metagame that anyway, so we'll
So you chose
find out
Ally,
eventually.
huh?
Yeah. Quirk is sick, a kid, and unable to vote. I couldn't bring myself to betray someone like that.
Thank you.
No need to thank me. I only did what anyone would have, except for Dio. So you guys chose Ally too, huh?
Of course. Tenmyoji had only 1 BP left, and he was guaranteed to vote ally, so there's no way we could betray somebody in that position.
If we had, then he'd...
Yeah, you didn't have much choice. Alice, Kay, and Dio, on the other hand, seem to have had a less pleasant round.
Hey, what the hell is your problem? You're either crazy or just an asshole. Were you trying to kill me?
No, nothing like that.
Well then, what was it like?
I can already tell you what Dio's gonna say is, I figured you were gonna betray to save yourself, so I hit betray, or something like that.
If we'd voted ally, I'd...
You would be dead. The needles in your bracelet would have activated, killing you.
See? That's exactly what I'm talking about. I didn't think there was any way in hell you guys would choose ally,
Yep.
not with Alice's BP at 1.
Yep.
The only way you could possibly vote was betray. Picking ally when I knew you guys would pick betray would have been suicide.
You can't die. You've got 6 BP.
Well, maybe not immediately, no. But I would have been signing my own death warrant. Heck, not just mine. Everyone except Kay's.
What?
Didn't you think it through?
Yeah, if... I guess that's true, too. If he hit ally, K would be the only one with 9. Yeah.
Your vote was always gonna be betray. Let's say I was a raving lunatic and picked ally. What would happen at Kay's BP?
6 plus 3 would make 9.
That fucking hesitation.
See? Then it'd be game over. Life over.
It's like,
He'd
oh,
open
yes.
the number 9 door and blow this popsicle stand.
2 plus 2 is, 4, right.
And that'd leave us twisting in the wind, living out the rest of our miserable lives stuck in this place. You see? That's why I chose betray. I did it to save all our necks, including yours.
Alice gritted her teeth and scowled fiercely at Dio, apparently trying to think of a rebuttal, before finally snorting indignantly and stalking away. Shortly thereafter, the warehouse was filled with the rumbling sound of the doors sliding shut. Alright.
The Ambidex Gate. Round 3. Star keys. There is
Yep.
the Ambidex Gates.
Yep. As many times as we want, huh? Then that
We
means...
can play the AB game as many times as we want.
Yep.
Right?
Hey, didn't Zero Jr. say something about this?
As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled. Comparing solo assignments, Hopper.
Yep. Yeah, he did. Can you guys all show me your bracelets? I want to see what all our colors and groups are this time. Within moments, a series of wrists were extended for me to examine. Alright. Oh. Sometimes I feel like they flash past them. I guess sometimes we do have to click through. Gee, I wonder whose wrist this is. No, I'm just kidding. So K is a solo red. Is that Luna? A blue or cyan pair. Sometimes I have a hard time telling the difference. You know what? I'm just gonna click through and they're gonna legit probably tell me. So. I see. Luna and Clover are a cyan pair. Yeah, exactly. And Phi, instead of trying to, like, examine the wrists and figure out who is who. Luna and Clover are a cyan pair. Phi and Alice are a magenta pair. The remaining 3 are all solos. K is red, Dio is green, and I'm blue. So how are the groups supposed to work for them? Does that mean Tenmyoji and Quirk are a group? Right? If there's one more group and the rest of us are solo here, the only people missing are Tenmyoji and Quirk. It makes sense, yeah. I think the next doors are going to be those white ones down in floor B warehouse.
Yeah, I heard about those. Alice told me about them while we were here waiting for you and Clover. I think I've got them figured out.
Yeah? So lay it out for us. How are the groups going to shake out this time? Phi nodded and began to explain. Option A. Oh, so there are options. I thought there was only one option last time, unless maybe there was a reason there was only one option last time, or maybe we'll find out that there is only one option. Tenmyoji and Quirk pair up with Blue to open one door. Phi and Alice pair up with Dio to open another door. Luna and Clover pair up with K to open the last one.
Oh? Is there only one option?
Okay, yeah, there it is.
Yes. No other combinations would be able to open the secondary doors.
Damn, so we have to pair up that, okay.
Admittedly, Tenmyoji and Quark aren't here for us to check, but I'm sure they're the yellow pair. If they weren't, then Sigma would be stuck without anybody he could pair up with.
Yeah, so we have to pair up with Tenmyoji and Quirk. Tenmyoji freaking hates us. That's gonna be fun. Oh boy. I'm sure it's just gonna be full of attitude. Frickin' poor Alice gets paired up with Dio again. She's never gonna get her BP up, because she's just gonna have to betray again, and Dio's gonna have to betray again, and that's just gonna rinse repeat until finally someone comes up with the idea of keeping one person out of each team out and just have everyone hit, like, have the people that go in hit ally, so that way the other pair is guaranteed to hit ally. We keep repeating it till everyone's 9 BP. We all go home, have a pint, and chill. Alright.
Oh, God. I never thought I'd have to put up with Dio again.
Well, you just didn't think hard enough then. Sooner or later, everybody puts up with Dio.
He's so proud of himself. I like how he was like, wait. Like, he realized he, like, insulted himself afterwards. Alright.
So, what should we do now?
Well, guys, a lot of my other episodes have been a bit longer just because I've been trying to either get to rooms or stuff like that. We're probably going to have to explore for, like, a bit and have some kind of story elements before we get to the doors, because we're going to have to wait for them to open. So I think this will take a time to make this a little bit shorter of an episode, and we will pick up next time right here and work our way towards the white doors and probably end up getting another puzzle room, maybe like partway through the next episode, or probably right at the end of the next episode based off what we typically do. So yeah, that's going to be it from me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. This was an interesting one. We learned about the cryopods. We learned about potentially 3 people being pod people. I tried to analyze to figure out who they were. I'm not sure. Like, I can narrow some of it down, but still some uncertainty there in many regards, you know. But yeah. Other than that, we got the AB game done, and we are moving on. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hit that subscribe button if you did, and also check out my Patreon. The link is in the description. You can get access to a bunch of episodes of this ahead of time as I record them. I release them onto my Patreon early, rather than just my typical, like, every other day, 1 episode release kind of thing. So, yeah, check that out if you want some extra content, guys, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.